Oh, no, not hail, please. No, don't hail. Oh, God damn, I forgot. It's still there.
Ow! Dad, what are you doing? Are you gone crazy?
Come on, Deborah, let it go, let it go.
No, Dad, stop it!
Come on, Deborah, get off it. Come on, get off it now.
Dad, have you gone mad?
Hey, Dad, what's happening?
He's gone mad.
It's hailing outside.
I told you, he's gone mad.
Dad, it's held before. You don't usually have a tug of war with Debbie when it does.
Yeah, but it's hailing all over my Volvo.
Well, Dad, in every Volvo's life, a little hell must fall. Now, give me back my doona.
No, I've got to cover the Volvo.
Dad, Volvos are used to the cold. They're made in Sweden.
I'm not worried about cold, I'm worried about hail.
Put it in the garage.
I've tried to put it in the garage. I've opened the door to put it in the garage, and you know what I found in the garage?
What?
A horrible old green Volkswagen. Oh, yeah. The same horrible green Volkswagen that was only going to be there for 2 days 3 weeks ago.
Dad, look better when we respray it.
What respray it?
Dad, we're going to do it up, I told you.
Look, Simon, the car is a wreck. It has to be towed home. It's not a car, it's a static display of sculpture. If you stand next to it, you can hear it rusting. I must have been crazy to let you buy it.
Dad, once we do it up, it'll be worth a fortune, trust.
Do it up?
Oh, yeah, we're going to chop the top off.
Well, while you're at it, chop off the bottom and throw them both away.
Dad, by the time we respray it and put on some whiteys, it'll look fantastic.
You're mad.
It'll be worth more than the Volvo.
The Volvo. Oh, my Volvo's out there getting hailed on, and you're blathering on about cutting off tops and putting on whiteys. I've got to cover the car. Deborah, give me that doona.
Here you go, Dad.
Right.
Hang on, that's my doona.
Well, it's only fair. It's not Volkswagen.
Look, Simon, drop it, drop it, drop it.
All right. Remind me to hate you in the morning.
Sleep tight, stay warm.
Oh, don't worry, I will.
What are you doing?
I'm going to get Dad's doona while he's still outside.
Isn't it finished yet?
No.
Well, when will it be ready?
What do you mean, when will it be ready?
You said to me that you were going to fix this engine thing and cut the top off and repaint it.
Yeah.
Well?
What well?
Well, when will it be ready, well?
I don't know.
You mean it won't be done today?
Of course not. You don't do all that in 5 minutes, you know.
Well, Simon, in the last 5 minutes, you haven't done anything except do this.
Don't do that.
You did it?
Don't do it hard.
Simon, you don't know what you're doing here, do you?
Of course I do.
All right, then explain it to me. What are you doing?
Well, I'm waiting for Nudge. That's what I'm doing.
Nudge?
Well, yeah, it's half his car and he knows all about cars.
Well, then where is he?
Hey, Simon. Hi, Debbie. G'day, mate.
Never mind that. Get on with it.
Get on with what?
The car. Get on with the car. I told Tiff we're buying a bright pink VW convertible.
Yeah? Where did we get that?
This is going to be that. You guys said you'd have it done in half a day.
Well...
Well, get on with it. I want it pink, running and roofless by lunchtime. I was going to drive it over and show Tiff. She'll really hate that.
Well, I'll have to bring her over and show it to her here.
She's not going to see it like this.
What's the matter with it?
It's green. I mean, look at it. It's green.
Well, what's wrong with green?
Green is totally unacceptable in a fashion sense. Nobody's going green this year. Even the trees are trying not to. Nudge, we've done that. It's still green, got a roof and doesn't go. Now, you're the expert. Get going.
All right. What do I do first? Don't you know?
Well, how would I know? I've never had a car before. I'm not even allowed to drive yours.
Oh, morning, Nudge.
Oh, g'day, Mr. Kelly.
Right, I have one word and one word only to say to you, and that word is out.
Okay, Mr. Kelly.
No, not you. It. I want it out and the Volvo in.
You're not going to put this outside.
That's a general idea.
Are you mad? Someone might see it. Well, still, they might think I own part of it.
Well, you do own part of it.
Well, I only own the part that I thought would be pink by now. Dad, you can't put this outside. It's green.
Don't tell me she hates the colour.
Oh, according to her, trees hate the colour.
You know, Deb, you're becoming more like a woman every day.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Dad.
Oh, good. Then you'll know what this means. I want this out of my garage.
How?
Oh, how do you think? Drive it out.
It doesn't actually drive, Dad.
Oh, right, I forgot. All right, well, we'll push it out.
Oh, bit of a problem there too, Mr. Kelly. It doesn't actually push either.
Nudge, try not to be an idiot. Any car can be pushed.
Not this one, Dad.
Well, what's so special about this one?
It's only got 3 wheels.
Of course it has. 3 wheels. What a good idea. Look, Simon, I'm not an idiot. I saw the car towed here. I mean, and it wasn't limping. It had 4 wheels then. Why has it only got 3 wheels now?
Well, the dealer lent us a wheel to get it over here, but he needed it for another car.
Yeah, that's why it's such a bargain.
Oh, well, surely it has a spare.
Spare what?
A spare wheel. All cars have them.
Yeah, where do they keep them?
In here.
Oh, don't be crazy, Mr. Kelly. That's where the engine is.
And you're relying on him to get this thing going? You are mad.
Dad.
Look, Simon, I don't care how you do it, but this is out of here today.
Dad.
Today, or there'll be big trouble.
Dad, just a minute. Just hang on. Dad, just a minute. Dad, this isn't my fault.
Oh, no, of course not. You fell asleep and the Volkswagen Fairy left it there.
Dad, I thought we'd have it fixed by now. I thought Nudge knew what he was talking about.
You thought Nudge knew what he was talking about?
Yeah.
How long have you known him?
That's not very fair. Oh, but at the car yard, he was talking about engines and diffs and everything. He really sounded like he knew all about it.
Simon, don't you know anything? I was only pretending I knew all that stuff. Because if I pretended I didn't know anything, the dealer might have sold us a dud.
Nudge,
Yes, Mr. Kelly?
the dealer sold you a car you can't even push. You can't get any dudder than that.
And it's green.
Oh, shut up.
Dad, can you lend us the money to buy a wheel?
Lend you the money? Look, Simon, what do you do with all the money you earn?
Oh, I'll spend it.
What on?
On the car.
All right, look, I will lend you $20.
Oh, well, $20 buy a wheel for that car?
$20 will buy the whole car. Now, go and buy a wheel.
A pink one.
Oh, shut up.
Right, that's done it.
Yeah, let's roll her out.
Oh, well, hang on. I haven't finished yet.
I finished what?
I'm painting it.
What are you using, nail polish?
Come on, Dad. Dad said to get it out. Finish it in the street.
I'm an artist. How am I expected to work out in the street?
Be a pavement artist. Come on, mate. Let's go.
Oh, Simon, would it be all right if I stayed over for a day or two?
Oh, yeah, sure. You got some kind of problem?
Oh, yeah, a bit.
What's up, Nudge?
Well, I left home. I'm going to get a flat.
Nudge, you're mad. That costs a fortune.
Yeah, don't you know you're on a good wicket at home? The rent's free.
Yeah, meals are free.
Well, not really.
What do you mean?
Well, my old man takes most of my money from me.
That's terrible.
Oh, is he still out of work?
Yeah, he helps himself to my pay and then to Mum's. I told him I was fed up with it.
What did he say?
He said if I didn't like it, to get out. So I did.
Yeah, sure you can stay.
Well, it'll only be for a few days, just till I find a flat.
Betty, could you copy this for me, please?
Oh, yes, Mr. Kelly? How many copies did you want?
2, please.
Done. There you go.
Oh, Betty, did you copy it?
Yes?
Well, I didn't hear the copier go whir, shudder, clunk.
That is because I didn't use the copier.
Why not?
Well, Mr. Kelly, you remember how we both agreed that the copier wasn't safe?
Oh, Betty, of course it's safe.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, then how come you never use it?
Well, it's not my job to use it. It's your job.
Yeah, that'd be right. Leave all the dirty jobs to me.
It is not a dirty job.
Then you do it. You're scared of it, aren't you?
I am not scared of it.
You are so too. You're scared that you'll be using it and the green light will be on and a fly will land on you and you'll turn into one.
Turn into one what?
Fly. Like in the movie.
What movie?
The Sound of Music.
Betty, nobody turned into a fly while using a copying machine in The Sound of Music.
Yeah, well, I know. I haven't seen the movie where it really happened. I just saw a photo of it in the Australasian Post.
Where?
At Tony the Barber's.
Tony the Barber? Doesn't he run that quiz show?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway, I thought rather than risk being turned into a fly or that I wouldn't use a copier.
Well, how on God's earth are we going to do copies, woman?
Oh, I've solved that. I do them on my all-in-one concealable spy camera made from materials developed for the space program.
You what?
My all-in-one...
No, don't tell me. Just show me.
This. Smile.
Oh, cut it out. You mean you're doing our copies on this horrible, nasty, cheap little camera?
And it's not horrible, cheap and nasty. It's very high-quality, superior.
Oh, well, where'd you get it?
From my mail-order catalogue.
Oh, let's see. Oh, 1001 really beaut things made from materials developed for the space program.
Yeah, it's really good. So it's got lots of beaut things in there. Look, there's a strapless evening bra.
So there is.
Yeah, made from materials developed for the space program.
You mean astronauts wear bras?
I suppose so.
Yeah. Probably helps them lift off and separate.
Anyway, I thought that camera sounded really cheap. Kim Philby used it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I thought, well, if it's good enough for her, it's good enough for me.
Betty, Kim Philby was a man. He was a spy. And he's also dead.
Oh, maybe that's why it's really cheap.
Well, now it's time for bed.
Yeah.
Well, aren't you going to bed?
No, I'm not tired.
Of course you are. Just yawned. I saw you.
That's because you yawn. You've got a very infectious yawn, you know, Mr. Kelly.
Thanks, Nudge. That's the sweetest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Yeah, will you go off to bed and I'll lock up?
Oh, no. I do that. I lock up. You see, every night I go around switching off lights, locking doors, locking windows, making sure the stove is off. I do that.
Well, I can do it for you.
Oh, no. You see, I'll lie in bed awake and I'll worry and I'll have to get up and check.
But I can come in and tell you I've done it.
No, that's no good. So you'll come in and I'll say something like, did you remember the side window? And you'll say, yeah, I think so. And then I'll lie awake and worry and I'll have to get up and check in anyway. And then I'll see that you did do it and then I'll get angry and I won't be able to go to sleep.
Gosh, going to bed round here is really complicated.
Yeah. Well, it's my house, you know. I can't help feeling like that.
Yeah, I suppose I'll feel the same way when I get my flat.
Yeah. Listen, Nudge, have you thought this through? I mean, can you afford a flat?
Oh, I think so, Mr. Kelly. Yeah, I'm earning good money at the golf course, and Ben said I'll be getting a raise soon, so I can afford rent.
Oh, yeah, but it's not only rent, you know what I mean? There's electricity and food, and don't forget the running costs of the car.
Well, Mr. Kelly, it doesn't run. What's it going to cost?
Good point. But listen, are you sure you want to leave home?
Well, I'm not very happy there, you know, Mr. Kelly.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I've tried to stop Mum and Dad from fighting, but it doesn't do any good. Just makes the fight worse.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Aren't you guys ever going to go to bed?
Yeah, man.
Well, you're keeping us awake.
Oh, we're only talking quietly.
Yeah, that's the problem. I can hear this low murmur of voices and I can't understand a word you're talking about. It's really annoying.
Yeah. Well, what are you talking about anyway?
Oh, well, we're just discussing whether or not Nudge can afford a flat.
Oh, is that all? We got that solved, Dad.
You have?
Yeah, Simon and I have decided we're going to share the flat with you.
I knew I should have gone to bed early.
Mr. Kelly, will you please stop it?
Stop what?
Stop walking around, dropping things and mooing. I'm trying to work.
Listen, Betty, this is my office, my architectural firm, and if I want to walk around dropping and mooing, I will.
Oh, will you?
Yes, I will.
Well, it's my office too, and I'm trying to work.
Your office? Ha!
My office, huh?
Since when?
Since Stan told me all about it, it's called Rights of Tenure. And I have been in this chair for over 12 months. Therefore, ergo and to boot, it is my office as well.
Yeah, well, never mind therefore and ergo. I'll give you the boot then, see how much it's your office.
Mr. Kelly, what is wrong?
Nothing. Something. Yes. Oh, I don't know. Look, I'm upset, that's all.
What have they done now?
Who? Who done now? What?
The kids. It's them, isn't it?
Yeah, drive you crazy. I mean, the kids make your life a misery, I'm telling you.
Well, what have they done?
They want to leave home. They want to go on flat with Nudge.
Well, if they're driving you crazy, making your life a misery, why don't you let them leave home?
Oh, that's so simplistic, isn't it?
Well, I thought so.
Well, Betty, they're only driving me crazy because they want to leave home. If they didn't want to leave home, they wouldn't be driving me crazy and they'd be happy to stay here and then they wouldn't leave home. Is that clear?
Yes.
Oh, God. I mean, they're not ready to leave home. They can't even buy a proper car. Look, they'll leave home, you know, they'll go to get a flat and they'll meet some sharp real estate agent and end up renting them a flat that's only got 3 wheels.
How many wheels is a flat supposed to have?
Oh, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but do you?
No, of course I don't.
Yeah, well, you know, Mr. Kelly, it's quite obvious to me that you are stressed.
I'm not stressed. I'm just upset, cranky and tense.
And I have just the thing for that. Guess what I got in my bag?
Oh, look, Betty, I'm not here to play silly guessing games. And shocking as it may sound to you, I do not give a tinker's damn what you've got in your bag. What's in your bag?
Have a guess.
I don't want to guess.
Just have a little guess.
I don't... What the hell is a little guess? I mean, you know, you either have a guess or you don't have a guess. And I don't want to.
Go on.
Oh. All right. In your bag, you have the entire manifold and exhaust system for a yellow 1976 Valiant Charger.
No, but you're getting warm. Do you want to have another go? Oh, all right. You give up then. Here.
What is that?
It's my stressometer. It's made from materials developed for the space program.
Why on earth did you want a stressometer?
I didn't. I wanted the 6 steak knives.
6 steak knives.
Yeah, you get them free with the stressometer. And they've got real imitation stag wood handles, and I thought that was real good.
What was real good?
Well, that way they wouldn't have to kill any real stags to get them.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah, they'd only have to kill imitation ones. What? Try.
Well, how does it work?
Well, you just put in your palm like that, and then you read the dial. And see, there's green there, that's for no stress, and yellow means a little stress, and red means, well, a really lot of stress.
Yeah, well, what does black mean?
You're dead. Go on, try it.
No.
Oh, go on, one, it won't hurt.
Oh, all right.
See, now all I do is I just turn it on like that.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Mr. Kelly, you've broken my stressometer.
Oh, yeah? Gee, what does that mean?
It means I'm never going to lend you my steak knives.
Mr. Kelly, I've got a problem.
Don't worry, Nudge. They've got an ointment that does wonders for that these days.
Eh? Oh, no, not that problem. No, it's the flat.
Well, what about it?
Well, you see, it was going to be my place, sort of like a bachelor pad. You know, I was going to decorate it myself, you know, like painting all the walls black.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm going to put red lamps everywhere.
Very tasteful.
Yeah, and I was going to stick egg cartons all over the walls and ceilings.
Nudge, I'm with you with the black walls and the red lamps, but I'm sorry, you've lost me with the egg cartons.
Soundproofing. You know, I thought occasionally a young lady might like to come over and visit.
And?
And the egg cartons would muffle the screams of ecstasy.
You're expecting young ladies to scream with ecstasy, are you?
I expect me to scream with ecstasy.
I see. This happens a lot, does it?
Well, it hasn't happened at all so far. Well, I haven't had a flat before.
True, but I still don't see your problem.
Well, Hugh Hefner doesn't share his luxury pad with Simon and Debbie, does he?
To my knowledge, no.
That's right.
Yeah, well, don't take that as definite. You know, I'm the last to find out anything around here.
Well, look, even if he does, I don't want to.
Well, tell them.
No, they're my friends. They'll be hurt.
Well, hurt them. They're not people, they're teenagers.
No, I couldn't.
Well, what do you want me to do about it?
Well, couldn't you maybe forbid them to leave home?
Oh, no, they're not kids anymore. I can't forbid them to do anything. You know, if I'm going to come down on them heavily these days, it's got to be an important issue.
Yeah, I understand, Mr. Kelly.
You do?
Yeah, I'm not important.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that.
Dad, there you are.
So I am.
Dad, can we have a talk with you?
Yeah, sure, go ahead, talk away.
We got a problem.
Yeah, I know, you don't like egg cartons.
What?
This problem, is it animal, vegetable or mineral?
It's Nudge.
It's animal. Okay, what's up with him?
Well, you know how we said we're going to share a flat with him?
You mean Egg Carton City?
Dad, why do you keep talking about egg cartons?
Hugh Hefner's got it. Proceed.
Well, we don't want to anymore.
You don't want to what anymore?
We don't want to share a flat.
Yeah, Dad, do you realise that Nudge snores like a volcano erupting?
Well, Deborah, that shouldn't be a problem for you. You won't be sharing a room with him.
Well, I don't share a room with him now, and he still keeps me awake. Dad, you can hear it from miles away.
Yeah, and he leaves bits of oily car engine under the pillow.
Yeah, and he cleans them with his socks.
Yeah, and then he leaves them under the pillow.
Dad, there's just no way we can flat with him.
Well, tell him.
Well, we can't. We don't want to hurt his feelings.
Yeah, couldn't you just forbid us to leave home?
Yeah.
Couldn't I just forbid you? I don't believe this.
Oh, please, Dad.
Oh, all right. Nudge,
Yes, Mr. Kelly?
could you come here, please? I want you to hear this.
Yeah. Oh, what is it?
It's about the flat. Simon, Deborah, I forbid you to go and flat with Nudge. I command you to stay here at home with me.
Oh, gosh! Darling! Oh, sorry, mate. I hate to let you down.
No, you do as your father tells you.
You do this to us.
No, Debbie. You listen to what your father says. He knows about these things.
think he suspected a thing.
Yeah, I think we handled that pretty well.
Oh, there you are, Nudge. How's the flat hunting going?
Oh, not too good, Mr. Kelly. Didn't realise how expensive they are.
Yeah, well, it takes a while to find the one that's right.
Yeah, and I just can't keep staying here, can I?
No, you certainly can't. I mean, you know, the neighbours are complaining.
Yeah, what about?
The snoring.
Have you found a float yet, Nudge?
Not yet, Betty. Oh, it's not as easy as I thought it was.
Look, I've been thinking I could do with some help with the rent for a few weeks. Do you want to stay with me?
Oh, could I?
Gee, Betty, that's very nice of you. Nudge, you can take the Volkswagen with you.
Only there are certain rules. You have to help me feed the pets.
Oh, it's no problem.
And you must never, ever breathe a word of this to Stan. He's so old-fashioned.
My lips are sealed.
And I thought you could have first shower on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and I'd have the other days.
Oh, OK. Oh, no, hang on. Can I swap Wednesdays for Thursdays, bud?
I suppose so.
What's so important about Thursday?
Mr. Kelly, that's the only day I have a shower.
The show is recorded in front of a live audience. Hey Dad is a Gary Riley production for the Australian Television Network.
Have you found the comics yet, Mr. Kelly?
What was that, Nudge?
Could I have the comics from that one, please?
Oh, don't you ever read anything except the comics?
Yeah, but I finished that, bud.
Finished what, bud?
The colour lift-out on ladies' underwear.
Nudge, that's gross. Give it here.
Why do they do this?
Do what?
Fly in the face of tradition.
Oh, here we go.
Never mind, here we go. Look, for as long as I can remember, if you wanted the comics, you'd turn to the centre of the paper, and there they were. These days, you do it, and what do you find? Fridges for sale.
The page number for comics is on the front page.
I know this. Do you think I don't know how to work a newspaper? Just much easier the older way. Oh, and when you find them, look what they've done.
Dad, shut up. I'm trying to read.
No, you go right ahead, Mr. Kelly.
Thanks, no, it's nice to know someone listens.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm just staying on your good side till I get the comics.
Well, I mean, look at this. Whatever happened to Charlie?
Charlie who?
Charlie Chuckles, of course.
Who's Charlie Chuckles?
Who's Charlie Chuckles? Who's Charlie Chuckles? Oh, just one of the great men of our nation, that's all. Just an institution, that's all.
What are you rabbiting on about?
Charlie Chuckles, have you ever heard of him?
No?
Oh, amazing. What do they teach you for the HSC?
I don't know, I've forgotten. It's all a bad dream. Now, can I have the comics, please?
No, not until I tell you about Charlie Chuckles.
Oh, do I have to listen too?
Yes, papers down, listen up. Now, you see, Charlie Chuckles used to run the Chucklers page in the comics.
The chocolates page?
Yeah, every Sunday we were all chucklers.
Sometimes feel that way myself after a heavy Saturday night.
Chucklers, Nudge. Anyway, you see, the Chucklers page was the competition page. You know, they'd have quizzes and jokes, and you could send in drawings. My Mum by Martin Kelly, age 6.
Why would you do that?
Oh, because then you'd win 5 shillings and a Silver Star certificate with a kookaburra on it. I've still got it in my drawer somewhere.
The certificate?
No, the 5 shillings.
Did you really win 5 shillings when you were 6?
Actually, no. I lied about my age. I was 13. I thought it'd give me a better chance.
Dad, you liked it, Charlie Chuckles?
Yes, I'm afraid I did. I've felt guilty about it ever since. That's why I never spent the 5 shillings.
Oh, what could you buy with 5 shillings anyway?
A Volkswagen like yours.
Whatever happened to Charlie Chuckles anyway?
Oh, what a tragedy. There he was, a giant among journalists. You could trust Charlie Chuckles.
You can trust a Grace Brothers underwear sale too.
Anyway, Rupert Murdoch bought the paper, and next thing you know, goodbye, Charlie.
Goodbye, Charlie.
Yeah, retrenched, you know, thrown on the scrap heap. These days, he's probably wandering around the city, sleeping in doorways and drinking wine from a paper bag.
I thought all journalists did that. The comics, please.
Oh, yeah, here you go. Oh, is that? Yeah, it is too. Hey, Deb, come and have a look at this.
What's up, Dad?
Tiffany made the social pages again.
Oh.
No, let's see.
Is there no one else in the world? I mean, why is she always in there? Every week she's in there.
Because she looks good. Listen to this. Student gal Tiffany Tregellis trips the light fantastic with society snipper Lombard.
What's a society snipper?
A barber who cuts rich hair.
I mean, why don't they ever put people in here?
Oh, these are people.
No, they're not. They're whizzes, gurus and gals about town. There's not one person in here described as a person. Listen to this. Seen at the Yeast Growers Association ball, advertising whiz Paul with 2 A's. I mean, how can he be an advertising whiz if he can't spell his own name?
Maybe he's a Welsh whiz.
Look at her hair. It looks terrible.
Whose?
Tiffany's. It's dreadful.
Well, it looks like yours.
Mine is Sunday morning hair. It's supposed to look like this. Hers is Saturday night at the Yeast Growers Association ball hair. Look at her dress.
Whose?
Tiffany. She looks terrible in it.
Yeah, where'd she get it?
I lent it to her. Well, she insisted. But look at it. It's the wrong colour entirely for her. That's typical of Tiff. Trust her to get a photo taken in the wrong colour dress.
Deborah, it's in black and white.
Yeah, I can tell you that. And anyway, it's a terrible photo. I mean, look at her. The flash caught her unawares and she looks like a possum trapped in a spotlight.
Deborah, I thought Tiffany was your best friend.
She is. I hate her.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Well, I mean, it just really drives me up the wall. I mean, do other society pages bug you?
No, I only read the serious part of the Sunday paper.
Yeah, like what?
The Phantom. There are no seafood gurus in Skull Cave. All jungle saying.
Well, I'm sure no, Dad.
Yeah, have a good day, though. Shouldn't you be doing a bit of that, too?
You want me to kiss you on the cheek, too?
No, I want to hear you making noises like, goodbye, Dad, I'm off to work, Dad, see you later, Dad. Hi-ho, hi-ho, it's off to the golf course I go.
Nah, plenty of time for that.
Simon, it's late, get moving.
Man, a minute.
G'day, Mr. Kelly. Hi, Simon. Sorry I'm late. It was Gus.
Gus? What Gus?
Not what? Gus is a person.
Is he?
Well, sort of. We've christened the Volkswagen Gus. I drove Betty to work, that's why I'm late. But she's early, so I guess that cancels it out, doesn't it?
So it does. Anyway, how's life flatting with Betty, Nudge?
Pretty good, Mr. Kelly. But I'll be getting a bachelor pad soon, though.
Yeah, of course. So, how's Gus going?
No, not very far unless it's downhill. The battery doesn't last long.
The car's battery powered? Why don't you try petrol, Nudge? It's all the rage.
See, the generator doesn't work, so I can only drive the car until the battery goes flat.
Well, how long does that take?
Well, a couple of miles, unless you want to use the wipers and headlights, in which case it's less. But, on the other hand, if it's downhill and the wind's behind you, it's a bit more. Oh, but if it is downhill and the wind's behind you, and you want to use the wipers and headlights, it's about the same.
So it is.
Well, I'd love to keep chatting with you, Mr. Kelly, but I've got to go.
Thank God for that.
I think I'll take a sickie.
Simon, you didn't say you were sick.
Well, I'm not sick. If I was sick, I'd have a day off. I'm having a sickie.
Hey,
Yeah.
try no.
No?
Yeah. No way in the world you're going to sit around here pretending to be sick while someone pays you to work. Now get going.
Dad, it's Stellar and there's no challenge and I'll get bored there.
You'll get bored here. I'll bore my boot up your backside if you don't get to work.
Look on the bright side, mate. It's Blood and Bone Day.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, it's my favourite Blood and Bone Day. We make little plants happy.
Good morning, Betty. Good morning, Betty. Good morning, Betty.
Mr. Kelly, just a moment.
What's the matter? Oh, what's wrong with you? Yeah, yes, I understand that you can't hear me, but I can hear you. You're deaf. I'm not. You don't have to write it down on a card. I understand that you can't... Oh, this is hopeless. Betty, watch my lips. Watch my lips! Watch my lips. Betty? Betty? What's that? Look. Oh, look.
Oh, I can hear.
Look at that, Betty. All the stuffing's coming out of your head.
It's all so noisy now.
Yeah, we should take you to the Dolls Hospital so you could have it fixed. Well, they could oil the key in your back at the same time.
Oh, I never knew noise could sound so noisy.
Betty, why have you got popcorn stuffed in your ears?
Oh, I put them in there so I could sleep. But I forgot they were there, and this morning when I woke up, I thought I'd been struck deaf.
Do you always need earplugs to sleep?
Oh, no, it's only since Nudge moved in. Do you know what he does in his sleep?
I shudder to guess.
He snores.
Oh.
No, it's more like... Oh, it's like a chainsaw cutting through a water pipe. Man, he's upsetting all my pets.
Oh.
Poor little Fang.
Fang?
Yeah, Fang, my goldfish. The water started trembling in his bowl and his little castle fell down. And then he got such a fright, he jumped out of his bowl.
Oh, Betty, that's awful.
It took me ages to find him underneath the sofa.
You mean your goldfish jumped clear under the sofa?
Oh, not exactly. Well, when I picked him up to put him back in the water, I held on to him just a little too tightly and zip! Under the sofa. I found an old fork down there and half a toasted sandwich.
Oh, that's awful.
Oh, the fork was all right, but the sandwich is a bit on the green and furry side. And I'm really cranky on Dobbin, too.
Oh, now what has your little cat done to make you cranky on him?
Well, it used to be that when I went to bed, Dobbin would curl up on the pillow next to me and go to sleep. Now it's Nudge.
Nudge curls up on the pillow?
Dobbin curls up on Nudge's chest and watches him snore. Well, see, Nudge sleeps with his mouth open, and Dobbin is convinced there's something in there. He keeps trying to catch a little punching bag at the back of Nudge's throat every time he goes... Dugga, dugga, dugga.
Well, I hope he never manages it.
Yeah, Nudge could get hurt.
Worse still, Dobbin could get inhaled. Now, could we get on with the work, please?
Oh.
Who's that? Oh, it's you, Simon.
Yeah, hi, Dad.
Hi, aren't you home a little early?
Yeah, I suppose so.
No, hang on a minute. Why are you home so early?
I live here, remember?
Oh, Simon, don't be smart. Why are you home so early?
Well, because I finished for the day.
Oh, that's terrific, isn't it? First of all, you're going to take a sickie, and now you sneak off from work early. That's really responsible, isn't it?
Dad, you haven't been listening to what I'm saying. I finished all I had to do. I did it. There is nothing more. I left. Okay?
Simon, don't speak to me like that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Look, sit down. What's the matter with you, anyway?
I don't know. It's the job, I guess.
Huh, all right. Well, what's wrong with it?
I hate it.
Yeah, well, I can see that, but what's wrong with it?
It's lousy.
Simon, will you stop telling me that you hate it and that it's lousy and be specific? Tell me specifically what's wrong with the job.
It's a dead end.
Simon, it's only a dead end if you make it one. Look, there's a lot to greenkeeping and landscaping. I know, I work with those people all the time.
Dad, I'm stuck doing menial, boring things.
Well, when everybody starts a job, they all do that. Do you know what I did for the first 18 months I worked in an architect's office?
No, but I bet you're going to tell me.
I sharpened pencils, ran messages and got people's lunches. What did you say?
I said, I bet you're going to tell me, and you did.
Yes, I certainly did, and it's a pity you didn't listen. Look, Simon, everybody has to do this. It's called paying your dues.
Dad?
No, it doesn't matter if you're going to be a greenkeeper, an architect, an engineer, or a brain surgeon. You start at the bottom and you work your way up. That's what I did.
Dad, in your day it was different. These days, younger people are more educated. We want things to move faster.
Oh, that is so arrogant. And it's also stupid. Listen, if you're better educated, how come you know so little about real things?
I knew you wouldn't understand.
Look, Simon, all I want you to do is give the job a chance.
I'm giving it the flick. That's what I'm giving it.
You what?
I'm quitting?
Oh, you're quitting. You're going to take your bat and ball and go home, are you?
You don't understand, do you? I knew you wouldn't. I am quitting, and that's it.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, you'll see, all right? You'll see me quit.
Right. Give a woman a bit of room here.
Oh, Deb, what are you doing?
Don't talk, you're creating.
Well, you're creating a mess. I've just ironed all these.
So it's you.
So what's me?
So it's you who's been doing all the ironing around here.
Well, who else is going to do it?
Well, I wish you wouldn't, Dad.
Well, have you got something against freshly ironed clothes?
Yes. Do you know how embarrassing it is for an art student to turn up smelling a Fabulon? I'm supposed to be rumpled, crumpled and creative, not clean, crisp and uncreased.
Well, I do beg your pardon.
All the kids are calling me Nancy Neat. I mean, it's bad enough that I live at home, let alone having my father do all the ironing for me. I mean, why don't you go outside and wash your car or mow the lawn like other fathers do?
Well, I like ironing.
Nobody likes ironing, Dad.
Well, I do. Probably because when I was a kid, I wanted to be a train driver.
Train driver?
Yeah, you see, the iron is like a little train. I run it up the seam till I get to Pocket City, and then I give it a shot of steam.
You sound like Little Two, the tugboat, Dad.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I only do him when I'm cleaning the bath.
I should have known. Anyway, Dad, I need some room to work here.
Oh, what are you doing?
I'm creating. This time, I'm really going to show Tiff.
This is like having a conversation with Betty. What are you creating, and what are you going to show Tiff?
Well,
This is getting more Betty-like by the minute.
do you want to hear this or not?
What? Go ahead.
Well, Tiffany's organised a table at the Black and White Ball, and I'm going.
Ooh, that'll show her.
Yes, because when the photographers come round, they'll ignore Tiff and concentrate on me.
Why is this so?
Because of the dress.
You're not going to wear one. Gets them every time.
No, Dad, I'm wearing a dress made from this.
Deb, this is a black and white ball,
Yeah?
and you're wearing a blue dress.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you know this, Deb, you see, but a black and white ball, all the girls wear white, and all the boys do Philip Adams impersonations.
I know.
And you're wearing a blue dress.
Yeah, isn't it outrageous? I mean, how will the photographers miss me? I'll stand out in the crowd. And look at the material, Dad. It costs $30 a metre.
Where'd you get $30 a metre?
That's the best part. I got it at Tiff's mother's boutique on account.
On what account?
On account that you're going to have to pay for it. But, Dad, I'll pay you back.
Great.
I'll give you a name to the society reporters. I mean, you never know. You might get a little mention. Little Two, the tugboat guru.
Hi, Mr. Kelly.
Oh, hi, Dutch. Hi, Simon. What'd you get up to today?
Nothing much.
No, nothing much, except Simon resigned.
What?
Yeah, what do you think about that, Mr. Kelly?
I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Simon, are you mad?
Dad, we discussed this yesterday.
Yeah, well, we discussed it, but we didn't resolve it.
I did. I gave 2 weeks' notice.
What, Simon, don't you think you could have talked about this a little further?
What's to talk about? I'm an adult, it's my life, and it's my decision.
Yeah? Well, this is my roof you're under, and that was my fridge you just helped yourself to.
All right, calm down. Are we going to argue about this all night?
Yes, until you start talking some sense.
What's the point? You just won't understand.
Mr. Kelly, do I get the impression you don't fully approve of this?
Gee, Nudge, whatever gave you that idea? Don't put that there. What is it, anyway?
I don't know, it fell off the car.
Where from?
I don't know, I started it up and everything shook and then I heard a clang and there it was.
You mean it laid it?
Might have.
Why don't you get the car to sit on it? You might get a baby Volkswagen.
No, you don't know what it is, do you?
Yeah, it's a car thing.
No, if you don't know what it is, why are you cleaning it?
Because that's what mechanics do. You see, you clean it up, and you clean it up and put it back wherever it goes, and it does whatever it does much better.
Does it?
Yeah, and what's more, a mechanic would probably charge you $20 to do that. Huh, cost me nothing.
That's what you think. It just cost you $30.
Oh, damn it!
Mr. Kelly, what's the matter with you this morning?
What?
Well, that is the third piece of empty paper that you crumpled up and thrown away.
Oh, I don't know. Yes, I do. I'm upset. Look, I'll warn you, Betty, I'll probably be really rotten to you today.
Oh, that's all right, Mr. Kelly.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. You're rotten to me every day. Yes, you are. Remember you called me mud mind and bucket brain and hamburger head?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. but
Burger brain and mumble mind and bongo brain.
Yeah, well,
And then the
anyway.
other day you said I had the attention span of an avocado pear. And then on
All right,
Friday-
you've made your point.
But I don't mind. Well, what's the problem anyway?
Well,
Because his dad used to say, "Go, a problem shared is twice a load hard."
well, you see,
And
the
then he
problem...
used to say, "Go, a double-ended saw cuts both ways."
Well, I can't fault the logic in that.
But
But
my
you see, the
favourite
problem...
one that he used to say was, "Go." if
Betty,
you
will you
can't
let
cut-
me share the problem and half the crosscuts all?
What? Well, what is the problem?
Oh, it's Simon.
What about him?
Well, these days, look, I can't even talk to him without having an argument, you know. It always ends up in a big row.
Well, that's normal, you know.
Well, not with Simon, it isn't. I mean, when he was younger, we got on tremendously, you know. We were very close.
Yeah, but he's getting older. See, that's what happened with Jerry and Ronald in Morgan.
Jerry and Ronald.
Yeah, well, Ronald was the father, and when Jerry was younger, they were great friends. But then Jerry got older, and, they used to fight all the time.
What do you mean, yelling at each other?
Oh, worse than that. Oh, they'd kick each other and shove each other and bite.
Oh, that's terrible.
Ronald got so frustrated that we found him banging his head against the wall.
Oh, these are your neighbours.
No, the bulls. We solved the problem, though, but...
Yeah, how'd you do that?
Well, we took one of them and we snipped off his nose.
You snipped off his nose?
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, whose nose did you snip?
Oh, the father's, of course.
Betty, I don't think that'll solve my problem.
No, but, it might calm you down a bit.
Betty!
Oh, look, Mr. Kelly, it's nothing to worry about. All fathers and sons argue.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Betty, have a look at this.
Oh, Mr. Kelly, Deborah is here to see me. Now, what is it, then?
It's my black and white blue dress. I've changed the pattern a bit. What do you think?
Oh, it's fabulous.
Yeah? Do you think it should be cut a bit lower down the front there?
Yeah.
No. Well, you will be noticed. I mean, you're low cut enough as it is. Well, Deborah, you're so short, everyone's got a built-in vantage point. Just make it a bit higher. On you, it'll still look low.
Well, how about just off the shoulders?
Well, how about just off the eyebrows?
I'll take it up a bit higher then. I was just trying to save you money.
That's all right. I can stand the expense.
Anyway, I'll see you guys later. I've got some sewing to do.
See? Debbie and I can disagree without having a row.
It'll work out with Simon. Look, all fathers and sons disagree. There's no problem if you both know that you love each other.
Oh, well, how does that work? Simon, do as I say. I love you. It's crazy.
Say it, you just show it.
Yeah, well, how can I do that when we're always fighting? I mean, I know he's got a problem, and I want to help him, but what can I do?
Well, what did you do when he was little and he was upset?
Well, I just pick him up and give him a hug. Can't do it these days.
Why not?
Well, I might strain something fragile.
Pick him up. I mean, why not give him a hug?
Well, oh, no.
Why not?
Well, you know, men don't hug each other. I mean, you'd be embarrassed. I'd be embarrassed. You know, men just don't run around hugging each other.
The men I saw on TV did.
When? What men?
Last night. They were hugging and jumping on each other and kissing each other all night.
What on earth were you watching?
The soccer.
Hurry up with the papers, Deb. It's Sunday. I want my papers.
Here you go, Dad.
Thanks. Oh, Nudge, isn't that that same piece you were cleaning last week?
No, found where that went.
Really? Where?
Next to this bit. But when I put that bit back, this bit fell off. Oh, can I have the comics?
No, not until we look through the social pages.
Don't bother.
Ah, Tiffany made it again. Oh, here she is next to the seafood guru.
You don't have to rub it in.
Blue dress didn't work, did it?
The blue dress worked perfectly. I had photographers queuing up to snap me.
Well, so what happened?
Well, Tiffany accidentally spilt a bowl of curry all down the front of my dress.
And the photographers didn't want to photograph curry.
Well, they didn't get a chance. Guys came from everywhere to help me clean it off.
I don't think I want to do this.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Simon. Oh, would you like some coffee?
No, thanks.
Well, it's no trouble.
Dad, I've been thinking. Maybe I've been wrong.
Well, look, Simon, I've been thinking too, and maybe I've been wrong.
No, you're right.
Well, I don't know.
Dad?
All right, I'll be right.
Because if I chuck this job in because I don't like it and get another job and chuck that in because I don't like it, well, I might get into that habit.
What do you mean?
I mean, university's going to be hard next year, and if I don't learn to stick at things, well, it could become a habit.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way.
Dad, I don't like fighting with you all the time.
Well, I don't like it either.
But I gotta say what I think, and I might be wrong, but I gotta say it.
Yeah, of course you have.
But we still love each other, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that coffee going?
The show is recorded in front of a live audience. Hey Dad is a Gary Riley production for the Australian Television Network.
Right. Deb, could you pass me the tape measure, please? It's on the fridge. Oh, Deborah.
Oh, sorry, Dad.
Oh, thank you, Deborah. Look, Deb, when I agreed to draw up the plans for the new extensions, it was understood that I would be helped by a bright, breezy, alert assistant.
What?
I just said when I... Oh, forget it. It's hopeless. It's like talking to the Walking Dead.
Dad?
No, you're like a zombie on Valium.
What do you expect at this hour?
It's 9:30. It's the middle of the day.
To you, it's the middle of the day. To me, it's the crack of dawn. You gotta realise, Dad, that I live in a different time zone to the rest of you.
Rubbish.
It's true. I suffer from bed lag.
Bed lag? What's bed lag?
It's like jet lag, only you haven't been anywhere except bed. I'm on automatic pilot up until 11 a.m.
Well, what happens then?
My brain catches up with my body.
Right. Well, let me know when it arrives. OK, now, this new doorway should be 156 centimetres. I'll just check that. I meant to do that. Oh, what's the matter with this thing? It won't come out. Deborah, have you broken it?
I've broken what?
This, I can't get it out.
Dad, you press the button.
Button? Which button? Ouch.
That button.
Thank you, Deborah.
Look, Dad, why don't you just pay someone to come in and draw up your plans? It'd be a lot easier.
Rubbish. Look, Deborah, I get paid a lot of money to draw up other people's plans. I don't see why I should get someone else in to rip me off. Perfectly capable of doing that myself. Well, nothing. We can do it ourselves. And you'll notice I used the royal we.
We heard.
Good. We're glad. Now, pass us the pencil.
What pencil?
The red one, there on the bench.
Where?
It's there on the... Oh, never mind. I'll get it. Could you hold the end of this, please?
All right. Oh, look at it!
Ouch! Oh! Deborah, you did that deliberately. Morning, Betty.
Arnie, I'm sorry I'm late, Mr. Kelly, but you'll never guess what happened.
Don't tell me you woke up this morning and found a marauding herd of feral water buffalo dancing Swan Lake in your bath.
Mr. Kelly.
I know. You got the hairdryer stuck in your ear again.
Don't be silly, Mr. Kelly. I'll never do that again. Now, do you want to know or don't you?
I don't.
Not even a little bit?
Nope.
Not a teeny weeny?
Betty, I'm sure whatever it was fascinating, but you'll have to excuse me. I'm very busy.
Oh, are they the plans for the new extensions?
Uh-huh.
Oh, where's Debbie's sewing room?
What sewing room?
The one that you think is going to be a billiards room, but it's not going to be because it's going to be the sewing room.
Oh, when did you hear this?
She told me yesterday, but shh, it's secret.
All right, I won't tell someone. What'd you do to your hand?
Oh, that's what I was trying to tell you. You never guess what happened.
Oh, no, I'll never guess what happened because you're going to tell me. All right, Betty, start at the beginning.
Oh, well, I was born in Walgett.
No. Not that beginning, today's beginning.
No, it'd be better if you guessed.
I don't want to guess.
I'll give you a clue.
I don't want a clue.
Peter Pan.
What about him?
That's a clue.
What sort of clue is Peter Pan?
It's a really, really good clue. Remember, we're doing Peter Pan for the Musical Society.
And?
And something happened to me that never happened to the real Peter Pan.
I know. You went through puberty this morning.
No. I went through Gladesville. I got the wrong bus.
So that's why you're late.
No, Captain Hook is why I'm late.
Captain Hook hijacked the bus.
No, he hit me with a ruler. Or rather, she did.
Mrs. Hook hit you with a ruler.
No, Mrs. Pocklington.
Mrs. Pocklington hit you with a ruler.
You guessed.
Great! Now for the really big one. What the hell have I guessed?
Why, I'm late.
Well, Betty, if I've guessed it, how come I don't understand it?
Well, it's really simple. See, Mrs. Pocklington is a director's wife, and she was going to be Peter Pan, but the stagehands said they wanted me because she's too F-A-T.
Fat. Shh.
They said if they had to haul her up on the ropes and that for the flying, that they wanted hernia money.
Well, sounds fair enough.
But they promised her that she could play the lead role in the end-of-year production.
Oh, what's that called?
Moby Dick.
Well, that was big of them. Or rather, it was big of her.
Hey, Dad, I'm just off the beach with Julie.
Deborah, you really are living in a different time zone, aren't you? It's the middle of winter. Don't you know that we don't go swimming in the middle of winter? Why don't you know these things? Why do I have to tell you these things?
Dad, I'm going jogging.
Why don't I keep my big mouth shut?
Mr.
Kelly, your daughter Deborah was just here to see you. Yes, thank you, Betty. Now tell me, why did Mrs. Pocklington hit you with a ruler?
Well, 'cause she was Captain Hook.
Fat Captain Hook.
Yeah. And we were doing a sword fight scene, and it's not fair, though, but...
What's not fair, though, Bart?
Well, we haven't got real swords yet, so we're just using rulers.
Well, what's not fair about that?
Well, I only get the really wimpy junior ruler, and she gets one with 7 different kinds of Australian hardwood.
Oh, I see. Well...
With a picture of Ayers Rock on it.
Uh-huh. Well, now, can we perhaps...
And a koala bear.
Betty, for God's sake, I get the picture.
Yeah, well, it's not fair.
Why not?
Well, 'cause she's the headmistress of a Catholic school.
So?
So, the ruler is her favourite weapon.
Oh, you missed a bit.
All right, I'm doing my best.
Well, it's not good enough. We've got to do it properly.
We? What do you mean we? I'm the one doing all the techo stuff. And I've cleaned the thingy off the what's-her-name. I've cleaned the doovie whack off the what's-my-jig. What do you know about engines? And I've even washed the seat covers.
So, when that first girl sits in the car and says, "Oh, this storytelling is so soft and fluffy," I'll say, "Yeah, not just cuddly."
Maybe Dad doesn't get mad at us.
What, because we're cuddling?
No.
What, because we're working in here?
No, because this is his toothbrush.
Hi, boys.
Hi, Dad.
Oh, Mr. Kelly.
Oh, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Just degreasing the carby, Dad. It's Teco stuff.
What have you got in your hand?
It's a carburetor. Wonder how it got there.
Not that hand, the other hand.
Oh, this. Oh, it's not your toothbrush, Mr. Kelly.
My toothbrush.
No, definitely not. It's all mine. See, all of it.
Nudge, I've only got one thing to say to you.
What's that, Mr. Kelly?
You need topping up. Oils ain't oils. Righto, you pair of dipsticks. I want a new toothbrush by 5 o'clock and I want this mess cleaned up straight away.
We haven't finished?
What, tough tie roddies? I don't want my house looking like a service station. Hello, Kelly's Garage. No, actually it was a joke. Yeah, you're right, it wasn't funny. Sorry, who do you want to talk to? Oh, right. Just hang on a minute. Deborah, it's for you.
Hi, Dad.
Hey! You changed the oil on that Holland, Bruce?
Not yet, Kelly. I'm up to me ball bearings and gasket gear.
Quiet, kiddies. Hello? Craig? Oh, yes, I remember.
Hey, Craig, you finished squeezing your big end?
Shut up! No, it's just the children. No, not mine. No, we found them under a rock. Anyway, how'd you get my phone number? Oh, did she? When tonight? Yeah, why not? Okay, see you then. Bye.
Who was that?
No one.
It was Craig.
I don't know, I only met him today.
Where?
At the beach. He lost his togs and I found them for him.
Where did you find them?
Washed up on the beach. He lost them in a big wave.
So, now you're going out with him?
Yeah, what's the big deal?
Well, what do you know about him?
Simon, I've seen him without his pants. What else is there to know?
What have you seen without their pants?
Just this guy at the beach, Daddy. He lost his togs and I threw them to him, okay?
Dad, she's going out with this bloke and she doesn't even know his name.
I do so. It's Ridley. Ridleyton or something. Riddington. Craig Riddington. That's right. He's a Tin Man.
Tin Man?
She means Iron Man.
Kira, do you mean to say that you're going out with Craig Riddington, the Iron Man?
Yeah, what about him?
Oh, nothing. It's just that he's one of the most famous Iron Men in Australia, that's all.
Is he?
Dad, he's famous.
So what? If everyone went out with someone just because they were famous, you'd be going out with Joan Collins and Simon would be going out with Kerry Friend.
Who'd I be going out with then?
Sarah Lee.
Now, steady as she goes, you got your toes upon the nose, and now you're hanging five, hanging five, hanging five.
What, Mr. Kelly?
Hanging 5 toes upon the Malibu. It's an old surfing song, Betty.
I don't think you got the right words there, Mr. Kelly.
Oh, come on, Betty, of course I have. I am a bit of a surfer, you know.
Oh, Mr. Kelly, that song's got nothing to do with surfing. I should know, I used to sing it at the Walgett Radio.
When?
When all the fellas used to jump on one of them wild steers.
What on earth are you talking about?
Yeah, well, they'd jump on and then they'd buck around and we'd sing, hanging five, hanging five, hanging five blokes up on the Malibu, 2, 3, 4, 1.
Let's go! Oh. Well, I'll break the news gently to Craig when he gets here.
Craig? Who?
Haven't you heard? Deb's going out with Craig Riddington.
Who?
You know, the Iron Man.
Debbie's going up with a robot?
No, Iron Man. You know, up every morning at dawn, out, swims 50 kilometres, comes back, does 1,000 push-ups. Out in the afternoon, he surf ski, does a couple of laps of Tasmania, comes back for a big bowl of Nutrigrain to really get him going. You know, day in, day out, week after week, year after year.
Sounds just like a robot to me.
I just exhausted myself thinking about it. Oh, there's a letter here for you.
Hey, Dad, can I talk to you?
Yes, Simon.
You know how you're building Debbie's sewing room?
The billiards room.
Yeah, the sewing room.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, well, Nudge and I were thinking.
Ah, was that grinding noise I heard?
We were thinking it'd be nice to have a workshop.
Simon, you've already got the garage.
Oh, yeah, everyone's got a garage. I mean a real workshop, somewhere I can walk into and look at all my tools hanging proudly on the wall.
Simon, you own a hammer, a screwdriver, and a toothbrush. It's nothing to be proud of.
But, Dad...
Simon,
Yeah?
go home.
Well, I am home.
Well, go and find another one and go to that.
Oh, this is terrible.
What is it?
Oh, this letter. What am I going to do?
What letter? Who sent you a letter?
Father Jose Manuel Ramirez, Santa Victoria, Bolivia.
I thought she only knew people in Walgett.
It's a chain letter. It started in Bolivia 300 years ago.
And it only just got here? Good old Australia Post.
It says that if I don't pass this letter on to someone else right away, that I'll die.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
No, it's true. It happened to Harry Goodwin.
What, the singing butcher from Walgett?
Yeah, he got one and he ignored it, and sure enough, 2 years, 3 months, and 5 days later, he died just like that. He drowned in a sheep dip.
Betty, you don't honestly believe this superstitious mumbo-jumbo, do you? You're a Catholic. What am I saying? Rip it up and throw it in the bin.
No, I've got a better idea, Mr. Kelly. I'll pass it to you, and then you can rip it up and tear it in.
Oh, no, I don't want to touch it. I don't want to die.
Oh, Simon,
Not me, Betty.
are you superstitious too?
No, I'm allergic to sheep dip.
Martin Kelly Archer.
Hi, Betty. I'm back. Betty, what are you doing?
Who, me?
Yes, of course, who you? I mean, who else would I talk to? What are you doing?
I'm typing invoices.
No, you're not.
I am so too.
No, you're not. Because there's no paper in the typewriter.
I was just practicing because I thought.
You know what,
when
Betty?
I get...
They could make a TV show inside your brain.
Which one?
Lost in Space.
Oh, Mr. Kelly, there's a letter here for you.
Oh, when did that arrive?
Just now Helga dropped it in.
It hasn't got a stamp on it.
Isn't it?
No. And there's another thing about it, Betty.
What?
It's in your hand.
It's on the ruler.
It's written in your hand.
Yes, oh, it's that chain letter, isn't it?
Yes, Mr. Kelly. I don't want to break the chain.
Well, I'll tell you what, Betty. You take it to the bathroom, drop it in, and pull the chain.
I can't believe it. A sister of mine going out with Craig Riddington.
I wish you'd stop going on about it. You're really impressed by this guy being a tin man, aren't you?
Iron Man Deb.
Has he arrived?
Look, you two aren't going to embarrass me in front of him, are you?
Oh, embarrass you? No. Why would we? I mean, I'd like to see you two get together. You probably got lots in common.
Such as?
Well, he waxes his board and you wax your legs. You've got much to talk about.
Look, just because Craig Riddington's the most famous Iron Man in this country since Graham Kennedy...
Grant Kenny.
Who's he?
Oh, that's probably him. Do I look all right?
Now, Dad, just remember what I said.
Look, it's all under control. It's all right. Hi, come in. Pleased to meet you, Graham. Grant. Craig, sorry. Come in. Thanks.
Hi, Deb.
Hi, Craig. Craig, this is my father.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Clay.
Just call me Bombora.
Why?
Oh, well, you see,
And this is my brother, Simon.
Just call me Simon.
How are you, Simon?
Good. Craig, can I get you something? A cup of coffee, cup of tea?
A bowl of Nutri-Grain?
No, thanks, Mr. Kelly. We've got to go to dinner. I wouldn't want to spoil my appetite.
Oh, yes, well, I know how you feel. I mean, I used to be the same way when I was in training.
You don't look like an athlete.
Oh, no, well, you know, I mean, I used to be, back in the old days, you know, when we used to shoot the tube on a one-foot stand, you know, coming down a glassy wall before bottoming out with a radical, goofy foot re-entry, you know. See, you know, you had to be pretty fit to hang 10 on a drain pipe.
You mean pipeline?
Yes, that too.
Something wrong?
No, I think they're waiting for you to do something iron. Craig, I think we better be going. I'll get it.
Oh.
Hello, everybody. I just came over to see if Simon wanted to go for a surf.
At 7 o'clock?
Oh, I've got a torch.
In the middle of winter?
Torches don't feel the cold. Hello, who's this?
No, this is Craig Riddington.
Craig Riddington? Oh, the Iron Man. Oh, wow, what a coincidence. How about an autograph?
Sure.
Oh, terrific.
Just signed it too, Craig. All the best from Nudge.
Right.
Works every time.
And architraves, 1,600, plus 12 litres of paint, $300. And that comes to the grand total of $27,900. What? That can't be right. Oh, it's not. It's $27,895. Great. Oh, well, so much for the billiard room come sewing room come workshop. God, there's got to be a cheaper way out of this. Oh, maybe you can buy a second-hand dog kennel for $50. That'll include the dog as well. Oh. Hello, Deb. You're home early. It's only 9 o'clock.
I know.
Well, where's Craig? What happened?
He's gone home.
Home? Why?
I bet you were in on this too.
Hey? In on what?
You know. It's a bit hard to have a quiet, intimate dinner with everyone gawking at you.
Who?
Everyone. They must have followed us to the restaurant. Nudge, Simon, Julie, Tiffany, the Rizzoli twins, half the touch football team, and anyone else Nudge could flog tickets to. It was a joke, Dad, a bad joke.
So that's where they went. Look, Deb, I had no idea.
Yeah, all right. But you were as bad as them, you know. Falling all over him just because he was Craig Riddington, Tin Man.
Iron Man.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter anymore. It's all over.
All over? Just because of one bad evening?
No, just because it was so embarrassing that I could never face him again.
Hey, Dad, you'll never guess what? Oh, hello, Deb. What are you doing home?
You two should be ashamed of yourselves.
Why?
Well, for a start, don't you think it'd be a good idea to have money when you go to a restaurant?
Oh, Craig didn't mind paying. He said so. Anyway, I spent all my money on false moustaches.
You wore false moustaches?
Dad, they all wore these. All 25 of them. It was like a Groucho Marx.
We wanted to be unobtrusive.
I think you two boys owe Deborah an apology.
What for? We were just...
Simon?
Okay, sorry, Deb.
Yeah, sorry, Debbie.
Come on, Nudge.
Listen, Deb, are you all right?
Yeah, thanks, Dad.
Well, look, I'm sorry things turned out the way they did.
Oh, it'll be all right.
Oh, good.
Is that you, Craig?
Is that you, Debbie?
Yeah, that's right. Morning, Dad.
Oh, morning, Deborah, you sneaky little thing.
What are you talking about?
Oh, come on, Deborah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, is there any way we can get some peace and quiet?
Away from the Groucho Marx convention. How'd it go?
Oh, it was great. He's a really nice guy.
Oh, good. When are you going to see him again?
Well, I don't think I will be.
Why?
Oh, Dad, she said our lives are too different.
Ah, different backgrounds, eh?
No, different time zones. I mean, he gets up at 4 o'clock every morning to go training. He's having lunch when I'm having breakfast.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, his idea of a late night is staying up to watch the 7 o'clock news. I could see it was a real effort for him to stay up last night.
How?
He fell asleep in his carrot cake.
Honey, I'm sorry I'm late, Mr. Kelly, but something really amazing happened to me at rehearsal last night.
You remembered your lines.
Mr. Kelly, don't be silly. Now, you know that chain letter? Well, what I thought I would do was find out who sent it to me and then send it back to them.
Ah, good thinking, Betty. And did you?
Yeah, and you'll never guess who sent it to me.
Mrs. Pocklington.
You guessed again.
It's a gift.
Yeah. She was really jealous of me, so I fixed her.
What'd you do?
Well, I made 20 photocopies of the letter and sent them all back to her.
Ah, so. Now she'll get all the bad luck.
Yeah, and it started happening already.
Why? What happened?
Well, I was flying on the rope last night, and the rope broke.
But surely that's bad luck for you.
Yeah, but I landed on something big and soft and squishy.
Mrs. Pocklington. The show is recorded in front of a live audience. Hey Dad is a Gary Riley production for the Australian Television Network.